Oh,
And we are back. How's it going?
all good.
All good?
Yeah.
And we are live and talking about live. I was yesterday. Um, I waited here a bit, but when I saw that you came back and you went straight to your room, I was like, I guess we're not recording tonight. But I was like, fuck it, I'm hungry anyway. But I made a list of. So now we're live almost every day. Yay! So success, um, like achieved, the habit part is going on. So we're creating the habit and we're practicing. We're also recording some useful content and some content that's not so great. That's fine. It's practice and habit. Those are the first step. Now, I think that we could talk about how to improve what we have whilst continuing to um, creating useful content that we started, like for example, show Riverside the process and everything. So, just out of the blue, unprepared, how would you improve? Like, what could you see that we could do to improve the content so far? Oh, you don't like to be put on the spot, right?
Well, it's just that I don't know if I have the answer.
If you don't, that's fine.
Well, like you said, trying to improve the visual setting
Yes.
of the thing. Like maybe organizing the table, putting the two cameras as you mentioned, so that we have like more, I don't know, what other shots that reflect better what we want to say and what we want to show. For example, when we share the screen, like, oh, I still need to remember to unshare because now we're talking like for 20 minutes in the little corner of the live. So yes, but that's part of the practice, I guess, the practice of making sure that we have everything under control. I mean, now regarding content, I guess that what we're doing is fine, like talking about the tools, solving issues and challenges that we're having like live. Well, as long as it is shareable information, not something confidential. And yeah, I'm not sure what else.
All right. Well, those are already a few things that I some new, some I had noted. So regarding some of the stuff, I think we should have like some notes on the table. For example, remove notification before the live. Don't forget to unshare your screen when you're done. Things like that. So we could have like things a little like a set list for a musician, you know,
Okay.
like a thing. And schedules, stricter schedule, maybe not. Maybe we're as strict as we can be.
But we can have. I agree. Like I like the schedule. Now I know sometimes things happen. Like right now, Constant was there. Like I needed to deal with him, so I was kind of late. So things happen. But what we can do is maybe we can have two schedules.
Yeah.
So let's say 10:30, 11. It's the first one, and the other one can be, I don't know, 6:37. So that if we're not able to record on the first schedule, at least we organize the rest of the day to be free to record on the second schedule. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So if we're not able to record at 10:30 because something happened, like, okay, let's record at 6:30.
Yeah, I agree with an evening schedule.
But it's still one video. Like,
yeah.
Like, I don't know if we have time to do like two every day. But what I'm saying is like, if the first one we're not able, then we have the second one. And if we are able to do in the first one, then we don't care about the second one.
Yep. I agree with 2 schedule, one with coffee, one with weed.
Okay.
So a few changes that I discussed with Ali that I wanted to discuss with you and share with our team and the entire world. Okay, so
It's strong.
it is strong.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh yeah, too strong.
But it's okay. I still enjoy it, but I feel that it's stronger than what I usually take.
Well, this is more an espresso style, and you usually take some kind of filter.
I need my milk.
Piss. You take your milk. That's good. All right. So a few changes. First change is the addition of a Patreon. Okay. So let's start back from the beginning. A YouTube channel or blog usually have 5 streams of revenues. Okay.
Okay.
YouTube ads or ads. If it's a blog, it would be AdSense, like you put ads on your website, or YouTube will pay you if you have views. That's the first one, and it's usually the least of your income source after a while. Okay. Second one, affiliate marketing. That's number one. Basically, a link with referrals that people use and then sign up for services or buy products. You receive a cut. Merch, t-shirts, things that you sell, digital downloads, guides, books, any merch. Okay. Sponsored deals. Hey, this is brought to you by Atlas VPN. Don't you hate when you browse and blah, blah, blah? That's a sponsorship deal. And then a membership site. Okay. So that can include a Patreon, like YouTube. They have like also their own thing where you click the join button and then you pay and you have access to restricted content, or you have access to the content before anybody else, or you have access to the content without ads. Patreon is like you have tiers, and you, depending on the tiers that you join, you get access to different content or the same content before anybody else. And you can also have a solution on your website to have like a login where people can access a dashboard. Like Netflix would be an example of that. That's a membership site. You arrive, you see nothing, you log in, you pay, and now you see all the movies. So a membership site is one of the 5. It will be your source, your most trusted source of passive income, because it's recurring revenue. People join, then people quit. But as long as you have more people joining than quitting, then you're going to get a slow and steady increase of revenue. Okay. I started this thing to document the process. So I want to do all 5. Okay. And we're going to document the process of everyone. Okay. Starting from like YouTube ads and then going all the way down to like sponsorship deals and everything, and document the process with people. You have something to say before I continue?
If you want to do all 5, like there must be some kind of priority, right?
Exactly. So
which is like your priority?
Yes. So YouTube ads, it's kind of like automatic. You don't have to do anything. So that's done. Basically, you just need to create content and get views. So improve your content, create it more engaging, more SEO approved. Then the algorithm will pick you up. If your content is nice, then people will start watching, write to you comments, you answer them. That's it. We're already doing that. Affiliate marketing is what we will also work towards all the time, because we have tools that we want to show, and we'll always put the affiliate link when available. Sometimes we'll talk about a product that we don't have the affiliate link, like G Suite is a good example. We clean the Google Drive, show how to like remove a user. We're not being paid by Google ever, and we will never be. But Riverside, we have an affiliate link at some point that we're going to get. So affiliate link, they come and they go. So whenever available, we will put the affiliate links in the description. Next step is the membership site. Okay. Merch and sponsorship deals will come later. The membership site, I already set it up on WordPress to have a solution to have restricted content for members. So people can either be members of the website down the road, the way I see it. But so far, we had a thing. Ali, with Olives and Orgasm, had a Patreon. And she was almost like, I'm going to delete it. I can't create additional content with it. I was like, don't delete it. Right now, she has $200 in revenues with 20 Patreons. And the reason why she wanted to delete it is because she didn't feel able to create additional content for them. Because the way she structured it at first was like, you'll get access to some content that other people won't get access to. So now you need to feed your YouTube channel for your public people and feed your Patreon with like other type of content. So it doubles the work almost. But I was telling her about the Mike Ward way. Okay. Comedian, French comedian. He has a podcast, most popular Quebec podcast, French podcast, like maybe even including France. And the way that he structured his Patreon is the members, they get access to the content before anybody else. So let's say a month before. So they get access to the live and the content a month before. And then a month later, it becomes public for everybody else. Then you don't need to create additional content. So that's the structure that I wanted to do for our thing, Gab and Ali, and my thing, only Gab with you and me. So that's why we've been publishing unlisted for now, because right now we're creating a month of buffer. And let's say on February 1st, they will receive the content from January 1st. On February 2nd, they will receive the content from January 2nd, and so on. So far, do you approve?
I think it's the smartest way to do it so that you don't work double.
Yeah, you just add something in your process to broadcast live to Patreon, and then record, process everything, and then schedule it for a month later. Boom. So then you don't have additional work, and then you can give other perks to your Patreon members. For example, Mike Ward has been recorded in front of an audience. They get access to the ticket before anybody else. So you can add things, but mainly it's the content before anybody else. And he makes a good chunk of money with that. So you approve?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's what we'll do. Then we had the talk yesterday. I was like, the way I see it, we have a few options with the Patreon. Okay. Option one is a Patreon for me, a Patreon for Ali. And then when it's a show that we do together, we give access. We don't need a Patreon for every channel, for example, because now we have like 3 channels in 3 languages. Ali has her channel. I have my channel. So you don't create 5 Patreons account for 5 different channels. You can create less and give access to many podcasts, That was option number 1. Option number 2 was to just have one, hers, and then feed it with many different podcasts so the members can access either just her stuff, either just the stuff in English, or everything. And down the road, that's the option we chose. So Olives and Orgasms Patreon, which right now has like $200 more or less dollars in revenue, will be changed into Gab and Ali. And then, depending on the tier, they will get access to either all the content in all the languages, just our content. Like, it's going to be one Patreon account for the 2 of us. Do you have anything to say about this move? Would you approve before we dive into it?
Well, I do agree that having a Patreon for every channel is just nonsense. It's not convenient for us and not convenient for clients because it's going to be less attractive for people to buy it because it's less content, like more reduced return, let's say. And so we get less subscribers from them. Like it's better just to pay and have access to a lot of things, even if they care about them or not. So I think having less patrons is good. I don't know if just one though, because Olives and Orgasms is very different from Gab and Ali and Gab, no?
It is. So the way that we thought about it would be to change the branding to like Gab and Ali, and then creating a bunch of tiers that are pretty much all the same price. So then it's you, like they're all $5, for example, or $10. Okay. So it's you who decide, do you want all the content, just the content from Ali, just when Ali's there, just in English. So when the people will choose the tier, they have the choice there to say, like, I don't care about that dude.
But,
and
okay.
this, like, whatever content, geeky stuff. Like, I'm just here for Ali. So then it's like they will choose the all Ali.
But then it's good. Like, how many tires can you have?
You can have as many as you want.
Well, that's it. So Olives and Orgasms, it's the same price as Gab and Ali. And then you do a bundle. If people want to have access to both, they can pay a little bit more, have access to both.
They can pay more, or I was even thinking of putting it the same price. Then it becomes them who decide which one they want.
You can, but I do think that it's justifiable an increase of price if you're basically just giving them access to double the content.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
but everything is under the same account.
Yeah,
I think that's best.
Okay,
it's less management for us, and it's more convenient for them as well.
Yeah, those tiers can be they can be modified later. I will give you an example with Mike Ward. He has like tier 1 is just access to the archive that they recorded over Skype at the beginning. So it's very cheap access to the archive. Step 2 is access before anybody else to the audio. Tier 3 is the audio and the video. Tier 4 is access to the live. And then tier, like after that, it's your name at the end, like you scroll a bunch of name and you see your name. So most people subscribe to the video. They want access to the video before, like a month before. So I think that those tiers can be like fluid a little bit if we notice some things. But you do agree with one Patreon. I think it's the best option too. And Ali was having a hard time feeding it, but like with us, that will help, and then us, that will help too. So there needs to be some kind of activity there. And the people that are already subscribed to our tiers are going to stay in Olives and Orgasms. And we're going to do a thing to let them know, hey, changes to the thing, but you're still subscribed to Olives and Orgasm, but you can upgrade for basically free if you want more content in additional languages too. So that's it for the Patreon. That's how we're going to do it. Riverside as an option to broadcast live to Patreon. I think we will check it out. And because in the option to where you want to broadcast live, I just click YouTube, but you have Twitch, Twitter, LinkedIn, and then you have custom RTMP where you send your feed to an address. I think that's the Patreon address. We'll check tomorrow and probably be live on Patreon for the first time.
Okay.
All right. Now, I need your opinion on something because I imagine somebody wants to be, they want to have access to our content, but they don't want to create a Patreon account. Okay. They want to join through YouTube or they want to join through our website. Okay. So, but first question, should we give them access? Me, I think yes, because part of what we want to teach in this thing is how to how to manage a WordPress, and I bought an extension that I would like to create some tutorials. So I already have the thing set up to have a website where you can give access to people with a login, and then it's recurring billing.
Okay.
So first question, would you do it or not? Like, would you just have Patreon the way Mike Ward, for example, has, or you would also try to reach the people who don't want to through Patreon, they want through your website?
Well, in my head, it's not that complicated to set like many things so that people can have access in the platform of their choice. I think every platform has its own way to do it, but I think that if we're already doing it in one, might as well do it in the others.
Yeah, that's what I think.
So, for example, Discord, people that pay on Patreon, you can create a role that gives them access to certain channels. We can also create a voice channel to do the live in the Discord channel while doing it in Twitch and in YouTube and in Patreon and everything. And it's not hard we just need to figure out how to set it up at the beginning. But as soon as someone subscribes for Patreon, like, we can give them access to all these premium things in each platform, and then they can choose where to watch it. Because it's true that, for example, when I used to watch streamers in Twitch, I never opened Twitch. I like using YouTube better. So most of the streamers that I follow, they do both in YouTube and Twitch, and then it becomes annoying in the part of the chat, because then you have a Twitch chat and a YouTube chat, so you need to be on top of both. I don't know if a Stream Deck kind of thing will fix that. Something that just put all the chat together. But anyways, if you ask me if we should do it, I say yes. Why not? Maybe we'll have challenges, but at least we should try to see how it is just to do everything in every platform.
I agree. Also, I think that it's gonna be additional work, but that's work that I wanted to create tutorials for. So the work is not wasted. It's like we create a tutorial to show how do we create a membership site, how do we maintain a membership site with WordPress. So I agree. But in that case, do you think that it should be the same structure as the Patreon, one website with different membership? Because right now I have a website and Ali started to kind of work on a website, and I was like, okay, now we'll create probably a website for the both of us. But now I'm thinking just one membership site would be enough. So my initial instinct would be to change my website from Gab to Gab and Ali. And then we have one WordPress for the both of us, which is the mirror of the Patreon.
I think that makes sense. Like at the beginning, where you go to the link, you have all the three options. Do you want to see Gab and Ali, all these and orgasms? But everything hosted on the same domain. It's cheaper for us because we don't need to pay for two domains.
Easier to maintain. Easier to create content, because Patreon that's the thing. Sometimes on your channel alone, you go a week or two without creating content. But if you create it with your partner, or if your partner, there's still stuff coming out. So it's kind of easier to maintain. So I agree too. So then this week we will do that. So basically rebrand the Patreon, change the website, and merge my old articles into this new website that will be called Gab and Ali. And we can do a few tutorials on that. So how to broadcast live to to Patreon, how to change a website URL and migrate and not lose the SEO. And we'll activate this. So when we broadcast live from now on, it will be on Patreon, starting in a couple of days when we have the chance to do a video announcing this to her Patreon members. Does it make sense? Okay.
Yep.
And that's pretty much. I wanted to do a video to just let everybody know where are we going, get your opinion, and also like we can have time to prepare ourselves, because the next time we'll share the screen and show like a little bit what needs to be done to include that in the process. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So just before we go, a little brainstorming, just continue the brainstorming. I was like, all right, how can we improve the show? The same question that I asked you, I asked myself. And then it's like, basically, I see it. You can improve the light, but this is pretty good. Like, we have good light during the day. We have decent light in the evening. That's good. So light. Sound is very good with the microphone as long as we speak directly on them. But there's these little like equipment that we could buy to just bring our voice like even more radio style. We can do that, but for now it's not a cheap option. And there are softwares that we could use in post-prod, like after we record, to work on our sound. But since I don't know them like very well, I will need to research. But sound, we can do some things to improve the sound. We could it's live right now, and it's pretty HD, so yeah, tell me.
I just want to say something before it just leaves my head. That's good content too. Like, I want to check this software. Well, maybe at the beginning, when we don't have too many viewers, maybe it won't be as useful, but I've seen some people like, I want to figure this out, or I want to check this software. And then the people in the audience that already know the software kind of guide you through it, and then you all learn together. And
that's great.
People like being like part of your learning process.
Yeah.
So that's it. Like, if you want to check all these post-prod productions, think of it like, okay, maybe I can live alive with it, like playing with the thing around, figuring it out. And, well, like I said, a good reason to do it is when the audience is there, so that they can also see with you and give suggestions. And people that already know the software, like, say, oh, you can do this, this, and that. And you reading their comments up like out loud. They like that.
Yeah, I approve.
They like having attention too. So
by the way, and I think it's kind of a review / tutorial / behind the scenes, and that's exactly the type of content I wanted to create. I mean, if we have to figure out the software live, like, let's just start the camera and let's figure it out. We won't get that many comments at the beginning, but we'll do it without the comment, like we're two. So at least we can ping each other. So yeah, that part I really want to do it. I saw like Florent do it back when he was twitching for like a month, and I was thinking, this is great content. It's cool, and theoretically you get access to, like, people won't know at first, but they get access to like a lot of knowledge. Like, if you want to ask us anything, and then we have time, like, let's help this guy out, and then we help him out. It's access to, so it's not only for us, like, it's for them too. So that's a thing that I would like to try. Another thing that I would like to try is to see the limit of the Steam Deck, because right now it's been doing the job for a few days now. It's pretty stable when we broadcast with it. It's small. I like it. So could we try some different type of content, more fun? Because I see this project as being fun. Like, I don't see it as being only like, we have to create fucking value, like, because, like, we have to pay the bills. No. Like, we're building the second step of the, our entrepreneurial journey where we're building ourselves a great life. So I was looking at those two manette controllers. Could we, for example, have done this little brainstorming session while playing a game and broadcasting it live? Or not even like talking about a brainstorming session, just talking shit and playing live. So you think the Steam Deck would be able to broadcast and play?
Yeah. Well, it depends on the game too.
Well, that's where we could try it. So maybe that's not coffee material. That's like evening weed material. So one time that we'll skip the morning, let's do it in the evening. But that part, like, let's do it fun. Let's try to broadcast from the Steam Deck and see how far we can push the Steam Deck. Because at some point, I do think that, like, I was thinking of because we have a new member in our team now. She's traveling today, tomorrow probably for the next. I don't know how, and but at some point I was like, that's cool. Like I will want to create content with her regarding, for example, languages. But I'm not okay, today we're gonna see like the verbs. I'm just like, my brain is dying when I'm learning like that. I'm just like, talk to me, I'll figure it out. Just talk. So it's like, okay, but is that really material to be broadcasted? I was like, not really. But if I'm learning a language while we're playing a game, that's more fun, It's kind of funny. I was like, so maybe we could try something. I mean, let's try. Forget we have to get out of who's going to watch that? No, that's not it. Are we having fun doing it? So what about we do a I don't know, like a Portuguese lesson while playing a game or something? What do you think about that?
I'm a blue.
Yeah.
I'm always thinking about the objective.
Perfect.
I'm always thinking about the process. And like, I don't know if I'll be able to learn Portuguese while playing Mortal Kombat. Like, my brain, or I focus on the fight or I focus on the language, but I cannot do both.
Wow.
But we can try things like, what if we put Mortal Kombat in Portuguese? Oh shit, I learned. How do you say punch in Portuguese?
Yeah.
I don't know. And then, I'm gonna punch you saying the Portuguese word. Do jokes and stuff like that.
Yeah, we could try. Or like, if it ends up just being us like playing video games and just like talking shit, that's fine too,
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, this is the type of content that I want to create. With this project, I want to play more, play music, play video games, play talking shit. Like, this is all play. And if we can take this and create it, do like a business out of it, that's like exactly the goal of it. So what do you say this week we try a little gaming thing?
Sounds good.
Yeah. So a game that doesn't go too fast. All right. So next step will be the Patreon, the website, the gaming thing, and now we just announced it to the world that we're gonna be in Olives and Orgasms Patreon. You and me, looking good.
That's it. Me? Okay.
Us, man. They're gonna hate us probably. So that's it for today. Was good? Anything to add?
No, I think it's fine.
Any of your blue breaks to put on?
No.
Well, that's when I'm onto something. So that's it. See you another day. Thanks, Monem.